Hello, everyone. I'm the Dynamite Doll, and you are watching episode 30 of Dirt with the Doll. I'm really excited today. I've taken a few weeks off, but I am back. I'm refreshed. And my next guest is Erik Miller. He's the owner of Pandora's Box Toys and Collectibles in New Jersey. You can see he is there today. How are you today? And welcome to the Dollhouse.
Hi, thanks for having me, Brown. Appreciate it.
How are you?
I'm
How's
good. I'm good.
work and everything? I know that you guys had a signing this weekend with Mark Henry. How did that go?
Yeah, he was Mark's an interesting character. He very big, larger than life, very boisterous, great with the fans. He was a super laid back guy. So he was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Do you guys do a lot of those types of meet and greets at the store?
Yeah, we typically do maybe 2 a month, sometimes more.
Yeah.
I think last August was our record. We had 7 events in 1 month, which was kind of nuts. Yeah.
Do you just do wrestlers or do you do like actors or?
We do musicians, actors, athletes. We started with wrestling. Wrestling is kind of like our wouldn't say completely our passion, but that's where we built a lot of our community foundation, you know, for the meet and greets from. So we'll never fully go away from, you know, kind of where we started. But it is getting harder and harder to find, you know, new and fresh people. We don't like to redo people a lot. And unfortunately, wrestling seems to be the one industry where guys pass away way too early. And,
this is true.
You think
I know this firsthand.
Yep, for sure. So, yeah, you think
and they keep marking their price up too. So.
You're telling me.
It gets a little difficult.
Well, the convention scene has changed a lot with the pricing. You know, that's what we've really noticed. And then when you approach them about doing an appearance at a place like this, that's a little bit more intimate and a little bit more personal, you know, with the fans. It's not a convention. You're not here for 8 to 10 hours, 2 days. You know, you're in and out in 3 hours. But a lot of them can't differentiate the pricing of that. You know, they give you their convention pricing, and it's like, dude, we can't even make that back in half of that in 3 hours. Like, you know, so it's all about just break even and who's not insane is really what it comes down to.
Absolutely. So whereabouts are you guys in New Jersey? I'm not super familiar. I've only been to Parsippany.
Well, you better be, because you're going to be commissioning that wrestling, right?
I know. I'm running for commissioner, for SSPW. So
you better start.
That's what I'm saying. I've only gone to the 80s con in Parsippany, so I haven't really like ventured out into Jersey yet. So are you born and raised?
Born and raised for the most part. I lived in California for a little while. I played hockey in Canada for a small period of time.
Oh wow, where in Canada?
I was in Kingston, Ontario for like a year and a half.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's super easy for you guys to get over to Ontario.
With the Kingston Canadians, Mm-hmm. Which is crazy, because when Vampiro was here, he was like, "Oh, I tried out for the Kingston Canadians at one point in his like career," and I was like, "Wow, that's really odd. Never would have expected that."
Yeah, no kidding.
So, we're about an hour north of Newark, at the very like tip top part of the state of New Jersey. So when you get out to like Parsippany, we're about a half an hour from there.
Okay, not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely be coming to the store, and hopefully next time I'm in town or around.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, definitely let me know.
That would be awesome. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into this business. How did it come to be?
Well, so I've always been into pop culture, and video games were very important to me as a kid. I grew up kind of like a latchkey kid, so I spent a lot of time playing Nintendo when I would get home from school or go to friends' houses and stuff, and that was something that kind of always kept me busy. And
original Nintendo?
Yeah, the OG.
Aging yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty fucking old.
I think we're the same age.
Are we really? 43?
I'm 42.
Okay, we're close.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I was always into this kind of environment, and I had lost touch with it for a long time because I was working in corporate America.
Yeah.
I worked for IBM for 11 years and kind of had the opportunity one day to, you know, start my own business. I was doing I ran a social media company for like 6 or 7 years, and I was working from home. I was very bored after like the third year of just, working in my underwear on the couch every day for hours, and
Cats
I was on,
crawling all around you. That
yeah,
sounds
just
terrible.
cats everywhere. I had to watch, I mean, it wasn't a bad life. I watched sports and got paid for it. I wrote
Yeah.
content creation for a lot of athletes. And then, I was doing stuff for Mark Wahlberg and
He's
Paris
my
Hilton.
favorite.
Yeah, I ran a lot of their page. So if you were talking to Paris Hilton or Mark Wahlberg on Facebook or Instagram like 10 years ago, that was me.
I wish. That's
But
hilarious.
yeah. So once I started doing the whole thing where I was like, man, I got to get out of the house. I got to start like being
Something you're
motivated
passionate
to like
about.
get out and like do stuff instead of being a slave to like my laptop and all that. I decided to get up every morning on the weekend and go to flea markets and try to recollect all the Nintendo stuff I had, and it just steamrolled from there. And then I hooked up with my partner DJ, and
Awesome.
we had been friends since we were 9, and his family had an antique store when we were kids. So
Cool.
I remembered that, and I was like, "Hey, dude, like I'm thinking about
Revive this.
doing this idea." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm down. I'm all in," because he has an extensive knowledge with stuff. So yeah, we just kind of went from there, and
Cool. How long have you been open?
I think we're on year 8 now.
Yeah. Seems like you got a lot of stuff in there from what I see on your Facebook.
Yeah, it's bad. Have you seen any of our warehouse like excursions?
I don't think so.
There's videos of like Ethan Page running around in our warehouse, and Danhausen and Matt Cardona, and
Yeah.
tons of other people. Alistair Black. We brought a lot of people down there, and every single one of them loses their mind. So if you haven't check us out on YouTube, there's tons. We actually did like, remember the Toys R Us like super toy runs?
Yeah.
We did that for Ethan. We gave him 60 seconds to run through the warehouse with a shopping cart and grab whatever he could grab.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
and put it in the cart. Yeah. And
That's fun.
he got to keep it all. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Super fun. So
Yeah.
how do you collect yourself, or do you
We do.
just now like put
Yeah,
your passion into your store?
Yeah, I mean, like it's to the point now where for a while me and DJ would fight over things to keep for ourselves. But
what do you collect? What's your biggest thing that you like to collect yourself for your personal collection?
I mean, I collect a lot of wrestling stuff, a lot of vintage stuff. I don't really do a ton of modern.
Right.
I actually just had a buddy of mine, Dave, do a little showcase video on my personal collection for his channel.
Cool.
And yeah, we got to go over some stuff. We dug around in the warehouse. I love old Hasbros and LJNs and things from just the era of when we were kids.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Something the nostalgia. What do you think it is about the nostalgia that people gravitate towards that allows a successful business to run for 8 years now?
I think a lot of it comes down to people, like the world is just a really kind of scary, weird place to navigate, and it's been like that for a while. I mean, from as far back as since like 9/11, I feel like it's just been a very tumultuous, just weird spot. So people look for any kind of little dopamine hit that they can get, to be like, wow, this takes me away from my real life. And, I can reconnect with a part of my youth that when I didn't have bills and a mortgage and rent and
Dresses,
my knees didn't hurt and, like just shit like that, because everything's running on an expiration date, So we're just trying to keep that meter from going, all the way. So whatever can pull us back a little bit, I feel like that's the most important part of what we do.
What type of collectibles bring in the most customers?
I don't know, Deej, what do you think is our most popular item?
Wrestling.
Do you guys do records and stuff, like music in there too?
We do sell a lot of vintage vinyl. Yeah. Yeah, probably wrestling and Transformers, I think, are and Pokemon stuff. Yeah, Pokemon's crazy.
So
right
all dudes. A lot of dudes.
All men. Yep.
Oh, I love that.
I don't know. There's a
You
lot
guys-
of female. There's a lot of female wrestling fans, though. You'd be.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you guys work conventions? Do you guys set up and like sell?
We just kind of started to get more, into doing, quote unquote, appearances at these shows. DJ had always done events, even before I reconnected with him and we became like kind of friends again. He was doing Chiller and Toy Con and these shows that were in New Jersey that were smaller, but there was always kind of a presence there. And we've been continuing to do those shows, but now we've started doing a little bit more specific stuff, anime cons and Garden State Comic Fests, and we just did Nostalgia Con, which was
Yeah,
like
I was
a
gonna
big
ask
one.
if you
Like
did.
John Cena was there,
Yeah.
so we're branching out, and it's hard because there's only two of us, but DJ loves that environment, so he typically runs all of our stuff there. And then
Do you guys meet a lot, like make a lot of connections when you do conventions? I find it's a great place to.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to network. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people reach out to us all the time. It's just it's kind of like getting back to what you said, where it's just like, people will be like, oh, do you want to bring in this person? I have access to them. And you're like, sure. How much do they cost? And it's like, oh, they want $30,000 for 3 hours. And it's like, they're not relevant. Like that doesn't work,
Yes.
A lot of these agents too, they're agents. You talk to, a talent and they're like, I don't fucking know who that guy is.
That just happened to me.
Really?
Yes. They told I won't say the name right now just because I don't want to shit talk, but they were like $1,000 for a podcast. And I was like, oh, no, thank you. And like, I just met them. They worked with my dad. They said they would love to come on. So we reached out to the management and he said $1,000. Find out he doesn't work with him at all. And this guy, we found so much about this guy. So we're still digging deep, and then maybe I'll make an announcement about it.
Oh,
so
good.
To
Yeah,
warn you all.
Yeah, I
You
love
probably
drama.
know him. I think
love
he's
the
in the
drama.
Jersey area.
Yeah, wrestling's full of it. So
Yeah.
it's always a thing. But yes, there are
Wild.
a lot of fly-by-night people that will tell you that they have access to someone. It's like, oh, that's one of my clients or whatever. It's like, no, you just know a guy that has his phone number.
Or they're crazy and they literally think that in their head.
Yeah,
but
they think they're friends. Like they've met them at 2 signings, and it's like, yeah, he's my boy. I can.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, all right, buddy.
So I see you're friends with Dave LaGreca. He is so supportive and amazing. I think that's kind of how you and I cross paths. How did you meet Dave?
So
Just by
Dave
coming to the
store? Dave lives 10 minutes from the store. So he hates it because he comes here he's like forced to come here once a week. Yeah. Anytime we have anything Alice Cooper related, we have to hold it for him. He won't allow it to go out into the store.
Don't hit the floor till you show it to Dave.
Yeah, Dave's got to get it. And he bought his brother a couple cool Christmas presents from here that he showcased on his show, on his ESPN show, which was pretty rad. And he gave us a shout out. And Dave's just been a really big supporter. He comes by every signing that he can, because he knows all the talent and when they come through. So he's always first to, come say hello to, anybody really, and tell them how great of a job that they're doing. And he's very, very supportive of everything. So I'm very happy.
Even when we were at 80s Con, he made sure to come by and say hi. And he always makes time for the little people. And that's just so sweet. I love him.
Yeah. He's a sweetheart. And his wife is super nice. Have you met?
I haven't met her, but I know that she
puts up with a lot of shit. So,
well, that too
from Dave. So yeah,
I know that she captures cats and does all that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she's my hero.
She's an angel. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as wrestling goes today, do you follow today's wrestling?
Oh man, it's been so hard. I want to so badly.
Yeah.
I just find myself in this repetitive cycle where Like I'll watch a pay-per-view and then, like Saturday Night Main Event. I watched that last night. Now I'm probably going to lose interest by the end of the week.
Yeah.
But that's
you want to
just,
stay up to date, but then
you know what I mean? It's just like these storylines that just have no endings and these open-ended things. And they just like the focus on the problem is that there's just so much talent out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want the talent that you are interacting with to go to another company. You want to use them for yourself. But then by hoarding all this talent, the talent doesn't get the exposure because then you then have like 80 people that you need to get on TV and get out in front of people. And it's physically impossible. So a lot of these guys, Danhausen is a perfect example. Like Danhausen is literally the biggest fumble of probably all time. I mean, that's taking, and I'm great friends with Donovan. We talk all the time. Yeah. He's been to the store 3 times. He's shared a ton of information with me about the way things went down with him and AEW and, just what he went through. And like the numbers are there. It's like, look at this guy. He's a merch machine. Like you could not ask for anything better. And to not put him on TV for a year and a half, like to me, it's just mind boggling to me that Tony Khan could like operate and have all these people telling him and seeing it. It's like, you're a numbers guy. He's still outselling CM Punk and Kenny Omega and John Moxley. Like, and he hasn't been on TV in a year. Like, shouldn't that?
But he's in WWE now, right?
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. I mean, he got.
I haven't watched. I just saw he was over there. I'm like, oh, when did that happen? I haven't been watching.
He finally got the platform that he needed, and now he's on the side of MSG. He's fucking talking with John Cena on stage, and he's interacting with him in front of millions of people, and he's finally gotten to where he needed to be, and he doesn't really have to wrestle that much, so it's a really great setup for him.
I saw him recently, like without makeup. I was like, oh, that's what he looks like.
Pretty ugly guy.
It's just funny to see.
No, I love Donovan.
Does he live in your area or?
He's not. Well, I mean, he's in New York. He's in New York State now. He was in Canada for a little while because his wife is Canadian.
Oh, I love that.
But he lives in upstate New York now. So
super cool.
He's close.
What was your introduction to wrestling?
Oh my God, it was Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. I think it was like Saturday morning, putting on Saturday morning Main Event or whatever the hell was that show, that Saturday Morning All Stars. I forget what it was, but it was Warrior and Hogan and Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect. And I was.
Did you just discover wrestling yourself, or did your family watch wrestling?
No, I did totally. Oh yeah. No one in my family knew what wrestling was, liked it. I mean, obviously they knew who Hulk Hogan was after a while, but there was never like a thing where you sit with your dad and it's like, let me show you, Haystack Calhoun and, like all the old timers and stuff. It was just me on my own and being completely blown away and being like, wow, these guys are like beating the shit out of each other and it's legal. Like, this is so cool, and it's on TV and they're wearing face paint and have all these crazy names. So it was very easy to get sucked into.
And then did you get to go to local shows?
There weren't a ton of local things around by where I grew up. It's essentially like in the middle of the woods. So there would be high school and VFW shows and stuff like that. But I honestly, like, this was before the internet. So unless you were like in that world, you didn't know that these things existed. I didn't know that there would be.
Especially if you didn't have like a grandfather taking you or.
Right.
You're just a kid.
Yeah, I'm just a kid. I was just playing hockey and just doing my thing and watching. I remember having like the little black boxes to watch like HBO. Yeah. And like somebody in middle school or high school figured out that if you put dimes in the little thing, you could get the pay-per-view stuff for free. So I would watch like WrestleMania.
It's like a lot of my guests went through that.
Yeah, it was like, well, they were expensive back in the day. Being like trying to get your parents to spend $50 so you go watch WrestleMania was kind of, they were like, get the hell out of here, So that was I think I grew up in probably the best era
Yes,
for wrestling.
absolutely. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, your
Do you
dad
remember
was
seeing
right
the
there.
British Bulldogs? Yeah.
Yeah,
British Bulldogs were
your
foundation.
dad was right there. Yeah, the Hart Foundation. I mean, Brett was my guy.
Yeah.
He was something else. But yeah, you know, it's funny because there's a lot of those guys from that era that go underappreciated because they didn't get that time in the spotlight, you know,
Yeah.
or they were doing jobs for other guys, and
Yeah. Maybe they had a ridiculous gimmick or.
yeah, 100%. And you know, I think your dad kind of fell in that spot where he didn't really get his roses 100%. And there were a lot of guys that literally considered him one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time. I know. Trying to think who I had just watched a documentary on that had mentioned your father. I can't remember, but somebody. It was like a Dean Malenko type guy. Like it was somebody that based their entire career on looking clean and being technical and having that driving impact or whatever, and cited your dad as the biggest influence. It was somebody else that had done. I don't know if who else did like the diving headbutt besides Benoit.
Harley Race did.
Harley Race, right?
That's where it came from. I don't know.
There's somebody else. I can't remember. Might have been a Japan guy too. I don't know.
Yeah, it
but
could have been.
Yeah, I mean, it was all over the place. But yeah, it's sad because there's some of my favorite wrestlers were guys that
Never got the opportunity.
Yeah, and it's really kind of unfortunate, that Hogan, and it's again, when you're a kid, Hogan and Warrior, you look back and you're like, wow, these guys couldn't fucking wrestle at all, but it was just how their personas were, right?
Yeah.
So as a kid, you're like
characters.
so heavily influenced, and you're like, my favorite wrestlers of then are not my favorite wrestlers of now. You know what I mean? Now I go back and look, and I'm like, I love Brian Pillman, and I love, again, like Rick Rude and Hennig, and like those guys that were so good technically and would put all these other people over. And I mean, they got a little bit of spotlight, but Pillman never got like what.
Yeah, he's rad.
That loose cannon gimmick is like one of my favorites of all time because nobody knew if he was really that insane or if it was part of his shtick,
Yeah. He's got some good T-shirts out there too. I don't know if you've seen them on Pro Wrestling Tees.
I have a Pillman 9mm shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Nobody knows what it is, but it's awesome. Yeah.
So, gathering from what I see, you post wrestling, movies, music are a huge part of your life. Does wrestling outshine all of them, or which one is like your biggest?
Yeah, I think wrestling does, just because, especially here too, because everything gets so reinforced, and because we have such a huge wrestling following, and we have 2 whole aisles of wrestling stuff that not only am I seeing it in my personal collection when I'm at home, like when I'm bored, I'm like, most people are probably like, I'm just going to
play with my wrestlers.
I'm going to put on Netflix and just waste 2 hours while I'm waiting for whatever. It's like, nope, I put on like 1992 SummerSlam on YouTube and watch that. It's like, it's always kind of around me. So while I do love so many other things, I think that's got the biggest piece of my pizza.
Yeah. Your favorite bands, and I would like, or your favorite band, favorite concert, and if you have a crazy mosh pit story for me.
Man, I can't. I think you kind of know from some of the stuff that I post online. So like, I can't pick one because I played in a metal band for a long time.
Right. I'm kind of the same. It's like we change, or we're in different moods, or.
Yeah, I'm just like, and I play guitar, so I was like so heavily influenced by so many of those early bands of the early 2000s that were so, just so important in that metalcore scene. So for me, always Norma Jean, Every Time I Die, Dillinger Escape Plan, August Burns Red, I'll probably put in there a little bit too. Man, There's so many. Haste the Day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who they are. Misery Signals.
I saw them. Misery Singles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Early Misery
Years ago.
Signals is like top tier. But Dillinger, Norma Jean, Every Time I Die are typically my top three response.
Dillinger with Greg Puciato.
100%.
Yeah.
Dimitri doesn't like. I love Dimitri, but you can't mess with that. And the thing was too is like Ben Wyman is just such a lunatic on guitar, and I think I fell in love with them because it's like I will never be able to play like that.
Yeah.
So to me, it was always like this larger than life, grandiose presentation, and to see them play the same stuff live to me was just mind numbing. So
yeah, Greg is amazing. I'm wearing his band shirt, Better Lovers. I think that's his newest band. He's got so many bands that I can't keep up, or
can't
has.
keep track. Yep.
He's amazing.
You should listen to Keith Buckley's newer-ish band, Many Eyes. I don't know if you've listened to them at all.
No.
I'll have to send you some of their stuff.
Is this all technically like metalcore, or?
It's still in that, I feel like Every Time I Die, Norma Jean, like they've always had that kind of southern twang to their metalcore, and that's what I always really liked about them.
Yeah. Metalcore is my favorite. I love metal. I've been a huge Manson girl my whole life, also since junior high.
Mm-hmm.
But I like metalcore because I like a little bit of singing. I like melodics. I don't just like straight screaming, like Slipknot. Not Slipknot. What was I gonna say? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank now. Just straight screamos, not my jam.
Okay.
But I like a little melodic in there.
Did you like Under Oath and some of those other? Yeah.
Yes, I love Under Oath. I'm gonna go see Bring Me the Horizon in September is coming. Yeah, they're
Excellent.
one of my favorites.
They changed quite a bit. Those guys over there.
They've changed. Yeah.
Quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Any good mosh pit stories for me?
Mosh pit story would also go with my favorite concert that I've ever been to. Which also I guess ties in with one of my little things I have here. So I grew up in the same town that Jerry Only lives from the Misfits, and I was very good friends with his son. I was actually in a band with his son for a couple of years, and I stayed in their basement many summers. And one of those summer days, me and little Jerry were down there, and I think Marky Ramone was upstairs with Jerry, and Jerry's like, "Hey, do you guys want to go to a concert? It's at Roseland Ballroom." And we were like, "Sure, who's playing?" It's like, "Oh, it's Slayer." And now I had listened to Slayer a little bit, but I had never seen anything about their live shows or seen them in concert or anything like that. So we, of course, were like, "Yeah, let's go." I'm like 16, 17. We get there. Not only is it Slayer, but opening for them was Hatebreed and not Sepultura, Arch Enemy.
Sepultura is sweet.
Yeah, Sepultura rules. But Arch Enemy, like I had never heard of them, and I didn't know that they had a girl singer too, which was
we love that.
Oh my God, she's nuts, she's insane, so good. But anyway, so because we were with Jerry, we were in some like VIP section. So we were kind of up on top in like a little balcony area. And Slayer opened with like Rain and Blood. And like it was a sea of people. And I have never seen it was just a sea of people. They start playing Rain and Blood. Then the sea of people divides into like 3 sections. And one of the sections is like all these like skinhead looking guys, shaved heads, super jacked, like super scary, Then there was another section of guys that looked like they were like 19 years old and just like college football players. And then there was like another group that was just like regular metal looking guys with, the jackets with the spikes and stuff like that. Yeah. But it was so strange. And I'm like, why are they in like 3 different sections? But I guess they were like creating their own little sanctuary spots.
That's
and during the songs, if you got like accidentally pushed into one of those little pits, you just got absolutely wrecked. And
just annihilated.
It was terrible. I saw like 2 people get taken on stretchers. Like that's like how crazy it was. And I remember being like, okay, like I may be 17, but I am good with like going into like crazy mosh pits like that. I don't need to like get annihilated like that and wind up in the hospital.
Yeah.
But it was a great show. Great show.
Yeah. So were you not usually the type to get right in there?
I mean, I'll go in the front or
Yeah.
I'll stay in the back and watch. I love music, so I'm there to like experience it. I'm not there to like throw elbows and try to punch people in the face. I
Yeah.
never really understood that whole dynamic of like going to a show with an intention to injure someone.
Yeah, it's hard for me because I love the music too. And then I have the background of wrestling and knowing about the possibilities of, brain traumas. So me watching people in the pit, I'm just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
we're going to have a head injury.
It's great to see now that there's a lot of guys that will literally stop the show. Like there are singers that will shut shit down and be like, that person looks like they're fucked up, or like help that girl up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
absolutely. I've seen that.
Really awesome to see that kind of stuff. And it's big stuff too. I've seen Corey from Slipknot stop in the middle of fucking playing in front of like 50,000 people to stop a show to make sure that somebody that fell down and might be getting stepped on got picked up.
Yeah. There's been tragedies of people passing away that way.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Yeah, but when we were kids, when we were teenagers, like that was the thing, was to like go to these shows and throw fucking elbows and kick people and punch people in the face. There was a band I remember called Lucky 13. They were a hardcore band that were synonymous for playing these shows in gyms and Elks Lodges and stuff. And they would have armed security guards lock the doors so that you couldn't leave. Like it would be big, like 6'6" guys with like fucking chairs and bats standing at the doors, and they would chain up the things. And then the insides of the show, Google it. It's crazy. It's just people taking like steel chairs and trash cans and just throwing them into the crowds, and people throwing bottles, and like it was wild. Yeah, it was like the Wild West. But
why would they want them locked in there?
I don't know. It was kind of like, we're Lucky 13 and everybody in here is about to get fucking their ass.
Fucking stay.
Yeah. Oh, crazy.
That's wild.
Yep.
Probably one of my, oh no, I was going to tell that story. Sorry. I got an elbow to my nose I wasn't in the mosh pit, but I was close enough to it. Someone came flying at me. I got an elbow to my nose.
Did it break?
And it hurt. No, but it hurt for 6 months to a year. Like it was like to the touch, like the tip of my nose.
Yeah.
And, had I gotten it a little harder, who knows what could happen. There was no blood or anything, but it actually hurt for like a year. So I was like,
that cartilage is super sensitive there. So if it gets bruised, it can hurt forever.
Yeah, when I would just touch the tip, like the bone right there. That's my mosh pit story.
Who were you seeing?
That was a punk band. I can't remember who it was, to be honest. It was just like a smaller basement show punk band.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't remember. I've been to so many concerts sometimes. It was someone's birthday, so I don't quite remember.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then Marilyn Manson, the first time I saw him, there was this shoe that came out of the mosh pit. Okay. And I swear to God, it was like haunting us and following us everywhere. They were just like, that fucking shoe again. And we'd like throw it and we'd kick it and it just kept coming back. So that was funny.
I saw Marilyn in 1997. It was the first concert I ever went to was Ozfest. Oh, yeah. It was like I think it was the first year that Ozfest was like, put it together. So it was.
God, you would have been super young.
Yeah, I was like
grade 9.
14, 15. Yeah. But it was, Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie. I think Slipknot played. It might have been their first year, like together.
Nice.
I forget who even else was there, but it was, I think Slayer was there. But it was nuts. It was just like every crazy, band from that era that you would want to see in one place. I don't think I realized how important it was when I was there, because looking back.
Yeah. And they're bringing Ozfest back, I guess, or did they already do that? Yeah.
Interesting.
I heard that they were, but I don't know. I heard that Sharon was bringing it back. So I'm not sure how it'll be.
I wonder if that guy that's like his protege is going to kind of take over.
Youngblood?
Yeah, Youngblood.
Probably. I'm sure he'll have something to do
That'd
with
be cool. Yeah.
He was just supposed to be here last weekend and he canceled. And was like, I need to take care of my mental health and blah, blah, blah. He's on tour. We had the Calgary Stampede going on here. I don't know if you've heard of that. And so he was booked for that at Cowboys, the Cowboys tent, which I was like, I'm not going. I'm a fan of him, but I didn't want to go because it's all cowboys that are going. It's not like a young blood crowd.
Right.
So I was like, I'll wait till he does a stadium tour, but he canceled anyways. So I
Nice.
was like, oh,
No, it wasn't meant to be then.
no. Who's your favorite actor? Favorite movie?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You
The
really,
same thing as music. It's hard to
yeah, you're
pick.
bringing the bangers, huh? You really come with the tough
I'm
one.
kind of the same. Like I have favorite bands, but I have favorite albums from those bands. So
Mhm.
it's just it's very
Yeah.
situational.
So, oh man, I'm gonna catch so much heat for this.
Well, you mentioned my favorite. It's Mark Wahlberg. Basketball Diaries is my favorite movie.
Mark is a great guy. I will never take anything away from him. He's not my favorite actor though. Although, oh, was he in The Town? No, that was
I'm
after.
also not a huge movie person, so most of my
Yeah.
movies are from the 90s.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. So I am an absolute Nicolas Cage fanboy. And I don't know if it's because of that era of those movies like Face Off and Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, he was a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. And then his like resurgence where he kind of like, went bankrupt, lost a ton of dough because he was just buying the most insane shit like dinosaur skeletons and things for his house.
Like, fuck yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, and he was just taking every movie that came along. When he did Mandy, I don't know if you've seen that, but that was a movie that kind of changed the way that I perceived him. I always loved him in like Wicker Man too, like back in the 90s. Like that was a good flick. He's had a bunch of like adaptations, another good one if you've never seen that.
No.
But I just started kind of like rewatching his catalog and all his newer stuff. Willy's Wonderland is a movie where he's like stuck in like a haunted Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh gosh,
It's
sounds
like
terrible.
He doesn't say a single word. He has no spoken words the entire movie.
Wow.
But Pig was another movie that he had just done recently that was great. But I don't know. There's just something about him, his tenacity, that I really admire. And I don't know. I just can't kind of get over the span of how long he's been acting and how good of an actor he is. My favorite actor of all time, though, probably John Candy.
Yeah, you watched that documentary on Netflix?
Oh, it crushed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean him and Paul Rubens were like the two celebrity deaths that really, well, Robin Williams a little bit too, but them for the most part, because I'm like a huge Home Alone guy too, and I love Buck. Like Uncle Buck is like my go-to Thanksgiving movie, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Canadian.
Yeah, 100%.
He was in. They filmed part of. What's the bobsled movie called again?
Oh,
Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings.
Yeah. So they filmed part of that at BJ's gym, which is BJ's married to Georgia Hart, so Brett's sister.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
He had like a weightlifting gym that all the wrestlers worked out there. It's not open anymore, but yeah, they filmed there, so that was super cool.
Way.
Yeah.
That's so. Did you ever get to?
When they're like they're training and they're like pulling up on the bar.
Yeah.
That was there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't meet him, but there's pictures of him at the gym. Yeah.
Because I know, I mean, like even I knew from before that, watching that documentary, that he was just so special. Like Canadians just really held him.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Toronto, right? Like that was his name, Johnny Toronto.
Yeah.
So it was really sad and it's like crazy. Like you think about how young he was, and how much more he could have given to the industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was doing a lot of different things too.
Yeah, a lot of these guys suffer from the anxiety and the depression and all the stuff that goes along with being away from their families forever. And, you don't know how that eats away at a person and then, how they cope. And John was eating and smoking cigarettes, all the terrible stuff. Yeah, that isn't proactive to living a long, healthy life. So
we got a little shopper there.
Yeah, hopefully find some wrestling stuff.
Absolutely. You're a cat lover. We've talked about cats lots on Instagram.
Yep.
And I think you're a raccoon lover.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Their little hands. It's their little tiny hands where they're always just reaching for something. Actually, any rodent really. Yeah. I love prairie dogs. Raccoons, I'm big on.
Have you ever seen the Canadian cartoon, The Raccoons?
I have not.
Damn, I
I didn't
stumped
even
you.
know
We're gonna have to look it up.
that's a thing.
Yeah, we used to watch. They would be on Sundays, Sunday dinners. We always did up at the Hart House, and
Okay.
there was like a living or like a TV room area with couches and TV, and one in the kitchen. And we'd always Sunday watch the Raccoons.
Just the raccoons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
there was
see.
other things, but I remember the Raccoons on
Oh my
Sundays.
God, that looks awesome.
Yeah,
Oh my
you'll
God,
have
is
to
that
check
a
it out.
roach? What is that? A roach?
The guy with the nose? I
Yeah.
don't know.
What the hell is that?
I don't remember. Those are the bad guys, I think.
It looks like a big.
Those are the eels.
It looks like a crazy bug of some form.
Mhm.
All right, that's definitely on my hit list.
Yeah. Yay. Canadian
Yeah,
history.
definitely, for sure. Nice.
What's the coolest item you've seen come through your store and you just had to have it? Or like are you the one going out and hand picking everything? Like how does that work?
Oh well, we travel all over.
Yeah.
We buy private personal collections from people. We buy overstock stuff that people have in warehouses. We essentially will buy anything really. But we have to source the stuff. We travel because you can't just order,
Yeah.
stuff out of a catalog.
So when you first opened, were you a smaller store or were you always in this location?
No, we were way tinier. Like when we first started, we were in a little shoebox, like a 900 square foot store. We had no storage. We had little, like little storage lockers in a facility offsite. Then we moved. We were only there for like a year, and we outgrew it completely. We moved to another place that was about 1,600 square feet and had 2 back rooms of storage. And we made it there another year and a half. And then we found this building that we're in now, which like the storefront is 3,500 square feet and our warehouse is 6,000 square feet. And
Is it all attached or is it in
Yeah.
a different location? Yeah.
yeah, it's all attached. Thank God.
I saw you have a Barbie section. I was like, I like that.
Yeah,
gotta
Barbies
come
are
in.
big time. We just bought a huge Barbie collection. It was like 325 Barbies. And all of them were like convention exclusives.
Wow.
This woman like traveled to I didn't even know that Barbie conventions were a thing.
No kidding. Jeez. Where have
Yeah,
I been?
like nationwide. They have like massive where hundreds of people, thousands of people come from like all over the country.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait to come check it out.
yeah, next time you're in Parsippany.
I will do. What's the weirdest item in your store?
Oh God. The weirdest item? I don't know.
I don't know. They used to make some weird toys.
There's a lot of weird shit here. Maybe like I don't like I have an old like one of the old Macho Man like Slim Jim container things, which is kind of unusual. It's not really weird, but
Does it smell like Slim Jims?
it smells gross. Yeah.
Besides visiting your store, what else is good in Jersey to do?
Oh man. Well, we have diners.
Oh yeah.
Which you don't really have in a lot of other places in the world. We have some of the best pizza. There's a lot of beaches, surprisingly, shockingly. I mean, I'm sure everyone's seen the Jersey Shore. New Jersey
Of
is
course.
not like the Jersey Shore show at all.
Yeah.
That was a misrepresentation of our state.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I live in a beautiful area. It's just state forests everywhere and lakes and state parks and places to swim.
And you can travel easily to New York or
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Philly
we're
if you want.
really,
You go to Philly often?
we're at the very Philly's about 2 hours from us, but we are at like the very tip top point of Jersey where like New York is right here and then Pennsylvania is right here and we're right here. So you can literally go over the borders and go right into Pennsylvania and New York. And there's a ton of stuff to do in those areas. Waterfalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're like into nature and stuff, this is
I am.
This is the place to be.
I'm
Yeah.
in my 40s now.
Yeah, of course. You got to reconnect,
That's right.
right?
All right, we're going to do some show and tell now.
Sure.
We're going to start with something nostalgic from our childhood.
You want to go first or me?
Yeah, I can go first.
Go.
So I got this little original 80s Care Bear.
Is that Sunshine Bear?
Funshine Bear.
Oh, okay,
So
Funshine.
she or he, whatever, is my favorite Care Bear. And I don't know if you remember these, but I had all these when I was a kid, and they have like the little hair, the little
One
curly
little
hair.
like scraggly
And I
hair.
found this recently because I had all these from my childhood, and my mom was someone who never kept things. Like she would just get rid of things because
I see.
clutter. So,
Mhm.
and sometimes it bothers me. I'm like, oh, I wish I still had that. So I found this Care Bear along with Graham's Bear. Graham's
Okay,
Bear is
yeah.
upstairs, but and so I was really, really happy, even though the eyes are like washed off and everything. But I had these from my childhood, and I absolutely love Care Bears. She's my favorite.
Do you have memories watching the cartoon?
Yeah, yeah. I had the movie like on VHS. Yeah, so Care Bears, like Strawberry Shortcake,
Yep.
Gem,
Gem was great. We have a bunch of Gem dolls.
Rainbow Bright.
Mhm.
Oh, do you have anything Rainbow Bright in there?
We do. Yeah, I have
Oh,
like a bunch of the little PVCs.
yeah, all those were all my girly jams. I also went to a farmer's market and I found the Gem like
Oh
full
shit!
collection DVDs.
Nice.
And I just like to put them on, like literally if you have music on but you just have cartoons going on the TV, it's awesome. It's a good
I know,
vibe. So
right? It is good vibe.
I'll do that at like parties or whatever, like girlfriends are over, I just put it on for display.
Yep. Yeah, Gem was a great cartoon, and it was very, you could be a guy and watch Gem and not feel weird.
Yes. And I have a Gem tattoo as well.
Oh, you do? Nice.
Can you see it?
Oh my god, yeah, I can see it. That's fantastic. I
So
love
yeah,
it.
and that's something I've always wanted to do for Halloween costume, Gem and the
You could
holograms.
pull it
I
off
think
because you got the blonde hair now.
yeah. Just put on a wig.
Yep. Perfect.
What do you got?
Oh, mine is my favorite toy from when I was a child. It's my Lion-O from
Is that from He-Man?
Thundercats.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, I'm not as versed in the boys
Yeah.
stuff because I was all
Thundercats was the same era as He-Man.
yeah.
Same manufacturer, LJN. Purdue, well, not same manufacturer. Mattel did He-Man. LJN did, a lot of the wrestling figures. But it was a cartoon with a bunch of cats that lived on a planet. I think it was Pandora. And Lion-O would raise his little sword up and put it in front of his eyes and yell a bunch of shit. And
I do remember the name, but I don't know.
But a mummy named Mumra. Everything was cat related,
Yeah.
So I had cats as a kid, and I loved anything that had to do with cats for some strange reason.
And for some reason, I had the He-Man, like the little house. It's like
The Castle Grayskull.
the castle, and I had the cat, like the green cat.
Oh, that's Battle Cat. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know where I got that because I mean I did have a younger brother, but he would have been like a baby at the time, so I'm not sure if I inherited it from a cousin or what.
She-Ra was out at the same time too, so maybe
it was like a double pack.
Probably had a She-Ra doll or something, and But Lion-O, like Thundercats, was definitely like my jam when I was a little kid. That was my favorite cartoon.
Love that. I miss 80s cartoons. All right.
Yep.
Something wrestling.
Something
It's my dad.
Oh, shit.
Can you see it well?
Is that a bear brick?
Yeah.
What the heck? Who made that?
Some Japanese company.
That's so cool.
So they do have like much larger ones too, but they were supposed to send me one whenever I obviously do toy deals. Like I don't know, it got lost or something. And I was just like, it kind of got away with me. And my friend actually got this and then he gave it to me because mine never got to me. But they have really, really big ones too. So
yeah, they have like the 2-Up guys.
I don't know. This is one of my favorite things that I'm like, my dad in ears. He's got like a beer belly.
Ears. He just has a huge gut. Yeah.
My daughter yesterday was like, why is his stomach so fat? Like, I don't know. It's cute though. And he has, I don't know if you can see, he's got the little mole.
Yeah. I love it. That's fantastic.
So that's one of my favorite wrestling things.
That's
Do you
cool.
have anything wrestling to show?
Yes, I brought one of my favorite wrestling things, which is my Louisville Slugger that I had Sting sign when he was here.
Oh, wow. Super cool.
So this is really important to me because number one, Sting is definitely in my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. Oh. And Stinger does not sign bats anymore.
Really?
Yes, he is very anti-signing bats. So I was nice enough to, talk to him after the signing, and I said, "Listen, I got a black Louisville in the back, and I know you had a great time here and you love us.
Yeah.
Would you sign it for me? And he was like, yeah, no problem, dude. Just go grab
Does he
it.
just not want to encourage? Like, I don't understand.
There's a lot of rumors going around about it because the bat was so important for, his NWO run. People say it's a religious thing, where after he kind of found God, he didn't want the bats and like the violence behind the bat symbolizing, who he was.
Yeah.
But it kind of was who he was for a while. So, he just kind of slowly started phasing it out a few years ago, and if you see him do appearances, or he's done now. We were one of his last stops on his farewell tour with the face paint. You'll see no bats, won't sign bats.
Wow. That makes sense though. I get that.
Yeah, I get it too. And I was totally respectful of it. And I was like, bro, listen,
but sign my bat.
You're like the man. And I would love to have this hanging up in my office. And he even wrote, like, normally he'll just, from ones I've seen, he just signs, but he inscribed the NWO for life on there too for me. So
nice. I do have a sign thing too. I was going to show off. So my mom got me this for my birthday. Can you see it?
Oh, is that Sags?
Yeah, it's Brett, my dad, and Brian Knobs.
Oh my God. Oh, it's Knobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I know the lights reflect.
The glare is, yeah.
Yeah, but it's all signed by all three of them. So my mom got that for me for my birthday.
Oh my God, what a great pic! Look at Brett.
And that's in England. That's like where my dad lived at the time.
Oh, no kidding. I remember when Brett was here, he was telling us how he had to, like, when he fought Bulldog in what was that, Wembley?
Yeah.
Brett was like,
in 92.
WWF had kind of like, they were mad at Bulldog because he had like, Davey Boy had done some like scary shit. And I think he failed the drug test or something. And they were like, all right, you got to go back to England for like a little while and just chill and hang out. And like Brett like went over there before their Wembley match. And he was like, all right, Davey, like, let's fucking run through stuff or whatever. It was like, what do you got? And he's like, I don't know. I haven't done anything in like 3 months. I just been hanging out. And he's like, haven't been wrestling at all or working out or anything. He's like, no, I just been chilling. So Brett was like, I had to carry that whole match because Davey Boy.
Yeah, I've heard him talk about it.
Yeah, like Davey was so gassed. It's like the first like 30 seconds into the match that he was like, he's like, all right, I'm just taking over. He's like, yeah, if you go back, that's the good thing that Brett is good for us. He always can back everything up with video footage. Where he's like, go back and watch that, and even like one of his. When we went out to dinner and he was telling us all these, because you get a bottle of red in Brett and he'll still start telling you funny shit. But he was telling us how he bladed himself in the Austin match. And that was one of the things that he was like most proud of, where he was like, you can go back and look at the videotape. And he's like, you could put it in slow motion and do it frame by frame. And you won't see that I bladed myself rolling out of the ring. I slid out of my wristband and just got it across my forehead as I'm rolling out of the ring. And he's absolutely like that. Next day, I went and watched, and I know I did the same shit. I was like, I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, that is, you can
that's impressive.
Not tell. It's so nuts. But that's what made Brett, Brett was those little details.
Yeah, that's awesome that you got some time with him.
Very
like
jealous
that.
of you.
Stories.
Yeah. Geez.
All right. My, music thing I'm going to show now. It's going to probably glare because of my Marilyn Manson poster when I met him.
So sick.
And he signed it.
Oh my God. How awesome was he to meet?
Oh my God. So I am not good at meeting famous people. Like I never want to, even wrestlers. I'm like, I never want to be a mark. So I'm always like so shy. And like, I just try to play it cool. And Marilyn Manson's been my favorite since, I was 12 years old. And so this was like 2 years ago. I totally just froze. And I was like, I just stood there in front of him and he's like, come here. And then we were allowed to get 2 things signed. So I got my poster signed and then I got my arm signed and I was going to get it tattooed. And he does his signature, it's just 2 M's.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought he was going to do. But no, he wrote it huge, Marilyn Manson, like right across my whole, like here.
Oh my God. Did you
that I never did go get it tattooed because I was
because
like,
it was so big.
Yeah, and then I started changing my mind how I felt about it. I was like, I don't know if I want to be branded by him, like,
yeah.
Maybe, and then I took a picture of it because if I ever change my mind, I'll just go get it
Yeah.
tattooed in the same spot, or I was thinking maybe putting it on my leg, but I just thought he would do a simple MM. No, he like wrote the whole fucking thing across my arm. So, but that was super nerve wracking meeting him. Oh my God.
I've heard stories that he's
He was
like,
in like a black tent.
yeah, that
And
he's like the nicest.
incense was going, and he was listening to David Bowie, and he had his cowboy hat on, and he's so tall, and I was just like, oh,
Yeah, his name's Brian, right? That's his first
yeah,
name.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, and looks like your favorite actor.
he does look like Nick Cage a little bit.
You ever seen those where they're like,
Yeah,
it'll
it's
be
side
Nick
by
Cage,
side.
but they say it's Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
He's
You
great.
were
And
going to say something about Manson.
oh, I was going to say that he is one of the most intelligent men probably on planet Earth right now. If you ever have an opportunity to watch some of
I
his
love watching his interviews.
interview stuff, I mean, he is just so smart. It's like scary. And it's funny because it goes to show you that, like, you know, the way that he was perceived when he first came out, and all the hate that he was getting from the parents, and, you know, nobody understood him or where he was coming from, to be like, okay, well, it's not just some degenerate guy that's like making this music that's trying to like turn your kids into Satan worshiping, you know, demons. It's like he's fucking super smart.
Really smart.
Like, that's the kind of guy that's making this music. It's so it should make you feel a little bit better. And then it's all, you know, it's quintessentially all an act. You know, it's all these musicians, they realize the game, you know, and it's a lot like wrestling. You really have to, you only get one chance to make an impact when you first come out, you know. And it's just like Lady Gaga and Eminem. Like, remember Lady Gaga like came out, she was wearing like a meat suit, so like, and then she went from that to blowing up, and then she's singing Broadway with Tony Bennett, which is what she wanted to do the whole fucking time. So it's not about, and Eminem is the same thing too. It was like
both all artists that I love.
Yeah, no, 100%. I love them. But like, he came out and all his songs were about killing his girlfriend, doing drugs, and doing all this stuff. He made such an impact because everybody was like, oh, this crazy white kid. Wild. You know, like, yeah, I mean, the impact that he was having in the hip hop communities was nuts. And then he shifted focus, and then he's doing movies, and he's doing this, and he's doing that. So they just need that step to get in. And then they kind of, once everybody knows who they are, then it's like, okay, now that I've made this impact and people know who I am, now I can really be creative and do what I want, you know?
Yeah, Manson was supposed to come here in 1997, and then he got canceled. Like, everyone petitioned or whatever to get him canceled. And I had tickets, and then it got canceled. That was going to be
so sad. I mean, Reznor went through the same thing too. A lot of them in the 90s. That was the thing. Look at like what happened with like Korn, and Limp Bizkit went through the same shit too. And I don't know. It was a weird time for music. What
do you got for music?
Oh, music. I just brought a little signed Jerry Only for your Misfits.
Oh wow, that's tiny. He's tiny and cute.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
That's sweet. I love that packaging.
Yeah, I mean, Super 7 does a great job with all their stuff. They did like the Fiend, the Crimson Fiend too.
Nice.
Misfits are great with marketing. I don't know if you've ever listened to them, but
a little bit.
Yeah, some of their early stuff with Danzig is good. You know, there's a Famous Monsters, Michael Graves, and now they play 3 shows a year and sell out MSG for a little pump.
You listen to anything that's not rock or
metal? I mean, I'm really like I have a very eclectic musical taste. I listen to a lot of rap.
Yeah.
A lot of hip hop, early stuff though. I don't listen to.
Of course, me too.
Anything post 2000. I think like the Chronic 2001 or whatever is probably the last album that I'll listen to from that era, or like the 50 Cent one, the Bullet. What is it? Get Rich or Die Trying. So a lot of hip hop, and then I listen to a lot of classic rock. I'm a big Steely Dan fan. I love.
Do you play guitar still?
I don't play as much as I used to. I have one in my office, but I mean, I might pick it up like once a month, twice a month, something like that. It sucks. I just don't have the time, you know,
to commit anymore.
Yeah. And if I don't, and it's an electric, so I have like a little amp. So if like, I'm going to crank it, it's like sucks when you're playing without drums, you know, it's just,
when you're used to a band. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. So it's not the same. So I don't know, it makes me a little sad.
Well, I'll front your band.
Yeah. You could be in. Yeah.
I'll be the gem.
You play drums by chance?
No, I play nothing.
Well, we can teach you.
Yeah. Well, I like to do a little this or that. Just tell me which
Okay.
one you gravitate towards, and
Yep.
then we'll be wrapping it up here today.
Sure.
This has been so fun. All right. Battle Cat or Slimer?
Wait, how many seconds do I have to pick?
I don't know. It's just
Does
supposed
it have
to
to
be.
be like rapid fire?
Yeah.
Slimer.
Well, you can talk me through it if you
I'll pick
need.
Slimer. I'll go Slimer.
Slimer. Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers?
Turtles.
Of course, 80s kid.
Mhm.
Display piece or playable toy?
Display piece.
Pure nostalgia or investment piece?
Nostalgia.
Mosh pit or sidelines?
Sidelines.
Grunge or metalcore?
Metalcore.
I was just in Seattle, so I threw that in there.
Okay. Oh, I saw. Yeah. I think I saw that on Instagram.
Throwback wrestling or current day? Obviously,
Throwback.
we know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I know this already, but this is for my followers. Garfield or Heathcliff?
It's Heathcliff.
It's Garfield for me, guys.
Uh,
My Little Ponies or Care Bears?
oh, that's a tough one. Care Bears.
Did you watch those?
I did.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
I watched them all. Gummy bears.
Gummy
Like,
bears, yes.
that was the best part. I had Popples. Like all the stuff that was branded for
Popples.
girls, like back
Yeah.
in the 80s too, was like totally just unisex. Like I watched all like girls cartoons too, and it didn't matter because it was all good, you know.
It was all good.
I was watching Punky Brewster, like all shows that were just geared with female leads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, even like into like my early teens, I feel like there was a lot of shows like Nickelodeon had a lot of stuff like that. Secret World of Alex Mack, I think was like a big favorite.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch and stuff.
Sabrina, yeah. I was watching Buffy, you know, like yeah.
Right on. You're well rounded.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff or He-Man?
He-Man, 100%.
And that wraps up my this or that. Do you have anything that you would like to plug? Any upcoming events? I know that you guys just had a signing, but maybe you have more coming up. And where can people follow you?
Yeah, so we have, I forget when it is, but in a couple of weeks, there's like a little dual signing going on with Penelope Ford.
Oh yeah, I love her.
AEW and Harvey Whippleman, an old WWF guy.
You can check that out on the Instagram page.
Yeah, Instagram is Pandora's Box NJ. Facebook is just Pandora's Box Toys and Collectibles. The website is pandorasboxnj.com. We just announced Connor Tomlinson from Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, nice.
If you're a Netflix fan.
I've seen that.
Because we just had James Jones and Shelley here from the show.
Cool.
And we got a couple of things cooking. We got a pretty cool Christmas themed reunion that we're doing in December. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that.
That sounds super exciting.
Yeah. I'm very excited because it's one of my favorite movies. So.
Well, thank you for being here today. It's been so much fun, and I've enjoyed connecting with you face to face, and I can't wait to meet in person.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone, please remember to, well, of course, follow Pandora's Box, Toys and Collectibles, and sign the petition to get my dad in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I have the little PDF here at all our signings now too. So
thank you so much for doing that.
Hopefully, it's bringing in some.
I did have a few this weekend, so I might have
awareness. Okay, good.
Thank you, and remember to like and subscribe to X-Brand Wrestling on YouTube, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
We'll see you guys.